2025 was the biggest year yet that I've ever had in business, been in the agency space since 2020 full time. And it was really cool to kind of see everything come to fruition since we relaunched our agency back in October of 2024 under the Builders of Authority brand. And it didn't happen because of luck. It also didn't happen because of a viral moment, and it didn't happen because we followed what every other agency was doing. It happened because we completely reimagined what a digital marketing agency should look like for small businesses and local contractors in 2025, moving into 2026. Today, I want to walk you through exactly how we did it, the mindset shift, the strategy shifts, the operational shifts, the leadership shifts, and the results that we ultimately got here in 2025. So this all kind of started with a question. If we were building an agency completely from scratch, which we did in 2024, not based on industry norms or what most people are doing, what would it look like? And the first realization was this: most agencies are built to benefit the agency. And we wanted to build one that truly empowers the client. So before we built services, we built the mission and the vision. And so our vision is relatively simple, but it's very powerful. It's to change the way in which digital marketing agencies partner with small businesses, to raise the standard, to actually care, to perform, and then to lead. And the reason why I got so excited about this specific vision was months ago, one of our existing clients that has worked with me for years came to me and said, "Hey, Adam, I got a buddy who used to work for us. He's a competitor and he's struggling. He's hired a couple of marketing agencies over the last couple of years, and he needs somebody to kind of guide him down the right path." Now, they were obviously like, "Hey, don't go work with him as well, because we won't work with somebody that's a competition or competitor to an existing client of ours." But he said, "Hey, he's struggling. He's making the wrong decisions." And so after that conversation that I had with that gentleman, he was like, "Man, I know that I'm likely never going to be able to work with you, but I just hope the agency that I work with embodies what you do at Builders of Authority." Because I gave him more information and knowledge and infrastructure in a free 45-minute call than agencies that he's paid for months and years at a time. And so that really opened up my eyes to say, hey, what I'm doing here at Builders of Authority and what we are doing as a company isn't just about serving our immediate clients. Of course, it's important, but our goal is to raise the level of the quality and the standard inside the digital marketing agency space. And then our mission is even more clear today than it's ever been, but it is to give back power to local contractors and home service businesses by leveraging digital marketing to level the playing field against massive corporations, whether those are PE-backed firms or corporate franchises. Small businesses and local businesses are the lifeblood of our economies. And with that, they don't necessarily have the funds and they can't go compete with the dollar amounts that some of these larger corporations are able to do. So we know that we have to make our clients and their budgets go further and act as if, from a marketing standpoint, they were that big corporate entity. And so we do this in a very simple and straightforward approach. One client at a time, one service at a time, and one task at a time. We treat our clients like partners, and we treat their businesses like our own. When that became our foundation, everything changed. And we don't just say those words, we actively are in partnerships and have equity plays inside of home service companies, and we're testing, doing R&D on hundreds and hundreds of sites that aren't our clients, so then that way we can bring the best results back to them. And then instead of reacting to the market, we built the agency that we wanted to run. There's so many marketing agency coaches and gurus that I've talked to that are like, Adam, you're doing it wrong. You're not niche down in just roofing or remodeling. You're spending too much money on your team. You should outsource this, white label that. You should be selling GHL with everything. I've heard it all. We intentionally designed the company that we wanted with a first and foremost aspect of what do business owners actually need and want. They want a company that's driven by ROI and not vanity metrics. They wanted a company that was rooted in trust and transparency. They wanted a company where clients themselves stay because they win, not because they're trapped, which is why we have month-to-month contracts. And they wanted to be working with a company that was built on both culture and people. So from there, we started to get to work in building out those systems, the teams, and the infrastructure. And this is really where winners are made. It's behind the scenes, right? So in 2025, we have invested heavily and massively into systems and SOPs. We built out structured fulfillment departments in-house. We expanded our leadership team. We built true operational excellence. From a team growth standpoint, we started this year at 7 people and we ended with 35, give or take, employees. We made some key leadership moves as well to get me on that path to be more elevated and fully integrated and aligned in that CEO role. We added Donnie, who's our business development manager, Diana, who's my executive assistant, and then Alejandra came on board and we took her from paid ads manager and PPC manager into the COO role. So, but beyond that, we built that management structure, we built leadership development, and this wasn't just growth for growth's sake. This was intentional, scalable growth. There was multiple times this year where we paused for at least a month, 3 different times, on taking on new clients when we had people knocking on our door saying, hey, Adam, we want to pay you and Builders of Authority, but we knew it would be at sacrifice of our team and of our clients, so we didn't do that. So let's talk a little bit about numbers because transparency matters. And I've talked a lot about our numbers in 2025. And a lot of agencies don't do this. And a lot of agencies don't do it for 2 reasons. One, they're not as big as they portray to be online. And so it then starts to make you wonder about the performance and the results of exactly what they're doing, which is why we talk a lot about numbers. And then 2, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't necessarily want my client to know that I'm winning. It's like, great. Well, if you're doing good work and your client's getting results, like they should want you to win as well, or you have an issue with the clients that you're working with. So in 2025, we grew from $500,000 last year after doing it for a couple of months to $2 million plus in revenue. We maintained a very healthy profit margin around 25%, and that's the highest by and far I've ever had from a percentage standpoint and revenue standpoint running an agency. So we surpassed that $2 million mark, maintained 25% profit margins, kept client churn under 4% the entire year, which again, the best numbers that I've had. And that's practically at all of those numbers unheard of in the agency world. And the main reason behind it is from the beginning, we led with what mattered most to the clients, ROI. Not rankings, not clicks, not impressions, but ROI, revenue, actual business impact. So we also made some big moves and had some expansion inside of our business. It wasn't just an agency year, and we're not just an agency. You know, we get lumped into the agency world, right? But we are truly business consultants that also own home service companies that just so happen to do digital marketing at a very, very high level. This was a business building year. And so in 2025, we sold the auto glass company in October. On the same day, we launched a roofing company up in Long Island, New York, called Coast to Coast Roofing and Exteriors with one of our existing clients in another business. We're getting ready to launch the outdoor living company as well. And then we vertically integrated deeper into the contractor ecosystem. We strengthened some of our strategic partnerships. I spoke at so many events. The company as a whole, Builders of Authority, no pun intended, built authority. I continued to build authority, and we learned a ton along the way. Exactly what we learned, I mean, this year taught us a lot. It taught us that culture inside of the company and with our clients matters. Clarity matters, leadership matters, systems matter, Focus matters, but most importantly, doing the right thing actually does win. May not win in the moment, but stacked time and time again, doing the right thing does win. Thank you so much for watching this 2025 recap video. If you're another digital marketing agency and you have questions on how we've done stuff, feel free to reach out. If you're a contractor that's looking to work with a marketing agency that ultimately has done exactly what we just talked about here in this video, reach out to us at buildauthority.com. You'll see a link in the description of this video as well. Hit the subscribe button if you want this real business talk, talking specifically about digital marketing stuff consistently to help you build authority in your market and not just talk about the highlight reels. That is what we would love to have you do. Leave a comment with what you learned, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.